Well, hello there, folks. Back again for more animation. Well, you can see that there's something different in the window here. What you're seeing is a logo animation that I'm doing for myself, actually, and for some friends. We're working on a little project together. And so, anyway, this is a part of a logo that we're working on. So, anyways, I'm not working on the other scene, and the reason why is because I'm still waiting to hear back from tech support at Toon Boom about my being able to open my software in Toon Boom. I'm having an issue with it, so that's why I'm not working on that scene. However, I suspect that eventually we're going to get it fixed. I think it's pretty close now, so perhaps tomorrow or maybe next week. So anyway, in the meantime, I've done this little scene and I'm going to paint it here. So that's what we're working on here. And let's see. I'm going to turn off the onion skin because I don't want to. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to have the onion skin on for this. So, whoops. I've got it set with the line tool. Don't want that. All right. There we go. There we go. Nice little ink line. Yes, sir. If you're doing something where part of your action or part of your scene has action that, or a part of an action that where something isn't moving, of course you can create a held layer that you could just, photograph as a separate layer that you can just kind of come back to when you need to. Or you can copy paste the things that are not moving, which is kind of what I'm going to do here. So like for instance, on this head here, I'm going to go to the select tool and I'm going to grab the hat and the hair. Then I'm going to copy it and paste it. So there you go. Because I know that's not going to move. So there'd be no need for me to trace it and stuff. That works out good for me. Saves me some time. And we can get right to other things. There we go. So we got that first two frames painted. And probably, to be honest, we could probably do some kind of clever things here. Like, for instance, you could probably take the first frame and you could probably copy the entire frame. So we go copy and then go to your new frame, paste it. Then we can take the eraser, you see, and we can erase, and it'll show us the things that might make my eraser a little bigger. Show us the things that are changing. So that's another way to go. I go in with the line, and I can see this line here is there. I can see the lips doing this, the teeth. So in other words, the things that are only the things that are really animating or changing would be the things that need to be drawn and painted. Yeah, see. Then it's just an easy matter of filling in the blanks, for the stuff that this is one of the maybe the only drawbacks to doing this, is that the program is going to copy accurately, but what it's not going to do, it's not going to always fill in all the spaces. So like here, here's another thing too to be aware of is that when you hit the copy paste, the beautiful thing about the copy paste is that it'll continue to copy paste um, the last thing that you copied. So it'll just keep, like I don't even have to grab it again. It's like it remembers that I grabbed it the last time. So I don't have to remember to grab it the next time. And that's handy if I'm doing what I'm doing here, where I'm, just dealing with the things that are actually changing. His mouth is the only thing his mouth, his teeth, all that. That's all new. But the hat, the hair, and all that in the back is not really changing. It's held. But see, you'll notice how when I fill this in, you can see how I get little kind of broken up areas here. And the reason for that is that the program doesn't, it's probably it's not seeing even areas that are being erased, or it's just catching parts of things. So it's a little sketchy. So when you put the color into it, it's also going to be sketchy now. So you watch again, I can hit paste, and it'll remember that first panel that I did. Excuse me. Yeah. But it's real handy though when you think about it, because look at what I'm able to do here. I can just make the changes that I need to make, I can just change the stuff that needs changing. So that's real handy. That's real handy. Oops. That's a little too thick, I think. Get rid of that. I think it was 6 pixels, I think. Yeah. Yeah, digital has certainly made animation a lot easier, a lot faster. Yeah. It gives us a lot of flexibility. Yeah. It's good. And it's really just what we need for our art form, because of the fact that what we do is so repetitive, so labor intensive, there's so much redrawing things and redrawing, and it's a lot to do. So naturally, anything that can make that job easier is highly appreciated. Make the job easier. And yeah, let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's just so much easier. Wow. Look at that. It's a godsend. Yeah, I definitely seems like to me that we ought to be able to, with this, with technology being the way it is now, and the fact that you can do so much yourself. I would even go as far as to say that I think one person could probably make an entire film pretty much single handedly. I mean, when I look at someone like Bill Plimpton, who, he's been for years doing pretty much most all of his work himself. He's had maybe the occasional assistant to come in and help him, but my understanding is that he does easily 90% or maybe more than that of the work himself. So I got to think that all this computer assist that exists today, I would imagine someone like Bill Plimpton using it to his advantage. Seems like to me, I could certainly see how someone like that would be smarter. He's a smart guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if he has a style that probably some would say maybe doesn't lend itself to computer a computer look. Though I guess I'd have to disagree a little bit with that because from what I've been able to see, it seems like to me that I don't know how. I mean, it seems like to me that there's very little that you couldn't do with the computer. I mean, the computers now, gosh, I just recently looked at there's a program out there called Moho animation. I think I'm saying that right. And I saw some of this stuff that's being done with that program, and I was astonished at how good it was because I thought, wow, this was really pretty cool. And there were people doing, looked like they were doing really rendered kinds of animation. Like the animation wasn't just, like we tend to think, oh, okay, it's going to be, whoops, I think I did too much there. It had the look was really painterly. I guess that's what I want to get across, is that I was really surprised at just how it looked, because usually when you have a painterly kind of thing, you're just gonna kind of jump around. There's gonna be a lot of boiling on the animation drawings and stuff. But this Moho software, I was really surprised at how good it is. So I don't know. I got to think that's a good thing. It looked like you could rig a painterly kind of drawing. So someone like Plimpton, whose style is kind of a sketchy, almost kind of painterly look to his stuff, actually, I would think he could find a way to use, a program like Moho to his advantage, I would think, from what I could see, so. At any rate, it's just astonishing to me what you can do. It's what some of these programs can do. It's just remarkable. And it's encouraging. So, like I said, it seems like to me that we should get to a place. I don't know why I think we're there, to be honest. Why people can't just make their own. I mean, a feature film would be a big undertaking, definitely. But I don't know. I gotta part of me kind of thinks, well, yeah, it's an undertaking. That's true, but it's an undertaking anyway. It's difficult anyway. It's not like it's not like making a feature film is simple. It's never been simple. So I don't know. I would just think that you could just do it. What the heck? Blab. He's saying blab, blab, blab. Now, let's see. I wonder why it's. I can't tell from that there. Let's see. Stop. I'm looking at my minutes on the screen here. Let's see if it tells me duration. Hello. No, that's not what I want. What is this? I don't know what I'm seeing here. Yeah, okay. What else? What else is fade, trip? All right. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Oh, okay. I see it now. I was looking in the wrong place. All right. Well, anyway, whatever. If you were wondering what I was just doing now, what I was just doing was I was looking at the duration of my video. And what I thought I was seeing was a window that I wasn't accustomed to seeing. And so I was going, wait a minute, where's my duration, thing? So that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. All right. Yeah, this is great. Wow, look at this. Very good. Very good. So let's see, that comes down here and down. That goes down in there. This sweeps back here. There. Looks like this is going to be done like right now almost. Let's see. All right. Okay. There we go. And all right. There's the paint bucket. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you can see how it's kind of spotty. Kind of spotty. But that's okay. I don't mind that. There we go. And play. Blab, 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 blab. He's saying blab. See this is just so much faster going this route of erasing out, you see, because instead of me, tracing, and I'm sort of, and I think on this one, I think the nose goes a little higher, I think. And when he comes back with his mouth for the blab, when he makes the blab, it pushes his nose up, I think. Yeah, it does. So, let's see. Oh, okay. So that's, oops. Oh. Didn't mean to have the red. Gotta have the black. It's the black there. And the nose is there. Sing-a-dee-ding. And the top of his nose is there. Comes back to here. Yeah, that's right. I think I compressed his mouth up a little bit on this one frame. So that when he gets to the word, when he says blab, the B is the closed mouth. Yeah. If you want to work on your line work, to try to get your line work to be cleaner, just practice doing like, get a clean sheet of paper and just practice making circles with one stroke. And maybe just fill up an entire page with just circles. And just make each circle with one continuous stroke. You just put the pencil down and you don't pick it up until you've made that complete circle. And you do it repeatedly. And what that'll do is that'll help you to get kind of a control line. Let's see. So, yeah. paste. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, kind of looks like. Oh, you know what? It looks like it's. Gee, it looks like it's it's the same. Maybe I'm just. Maybe I don't need to do anything. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, you know, I think I don't. Let's see. Blab, blab, blab. Oh yeah. Perfect. Oh, okay. Blab, 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 blab. Perfect. All right. Well, we got her done. That didn't take long. Let's see. I know there's one other thing I think I need to do with this. I believe I have to put an effect on his hat. Yeah. And some letters, which I guess I could put as a held layer. Yeah, I could probably do that. Put it as a held layer. All right. Well, anyway, we'll stop here for now. All right. Well, you know, maybe tomorrow I'll either be working on this or I'll be working on the other thing. So we'll see how it goes. Y'all have a great evening, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.